So welcome to part two of the 5 paragraph essay digital organizer. And in this part, we're going to talk about how you create that form to begin with. So I like to use JotForm, and JotForm can be purchased. You can buy it there's a variety of different prices like everything else, but there is a free version that allows you up to 5 forms. So I use the free version at this time. So what you'll do when you're in JotForm is you're just going to create your form. And then it'll ask you what we want. We're going to create a blank form because we're just going to make something really simple and easy. And we'll just call this, three paragraph essay. Okay, so we'll just call it that. This will give us an idea of what our form is. And now we're ready to begin. So when you're creating your form, this is what it would look like. And here on this side, where you just click the plus sign, you get all of your elements. So like, for example, here's your header. So your header might be exactly that. You might say heading, and then you'll want to add things like the name, the date, and that sort of thing. So if you want to do that, you'll scroll down to long and short entry. We're going to do a short entry here, and we're just going to say, oh, actually, sorry about that. I forgot. They actually have things that are already set for that. So here's your full name. Okay, we can add your email. We can add your date. Then we could put in the short entry, which would be, for example, oopsies, we want to put that above the submit button. We want to be careful of that submit button and be aware that it's there. This is going to be first name. This is going to be assignment title. And then we're going to grab another short entry, and we're going to classroom class block. And that should cover everything. So that's now our first page. This is our entry page. And so this is truly your assignment header. Okay, so now you have a couple of choices here. You can just continue on by adding more data entry points, or you can break it up into different pages. So I like to break it up. Like I said, I think it helps students who are overwhelmed by what is available to them. And so I will usually highlight the last block and click page break. And so that moves us right on to the next. And you want to pull that submit button down to the bottom. I don't know why it does that. Maybe we have to add the entry first. Okay. And now we can move the submit button. It's a little weird. Okay. And then we're going to put another header on here so we know what this page is. So we're going to call this the introduction paragraph. And we're just going to have it be topic, sentence, and then we can create another short entry, or excuse me, longer entry. And this will be our supporting information. We tell them 1 to 2 sentences. And then we can add yet one more that is, again, sort of our transitional sentence, thesis statement. And 3 details. These are the 3 details you're going to discuss. So this is also going to be 1 to 2 sentences. So students know they've just got to fill out 2 sentences here. Now we could continue on and make any number of these, but I'm going to stop right here with this for now. And we're just going to call this introduction paragraph. Just so you can see, if we wanted to add another page, all we have to do is put another page break in and we'd be ready for the next page. Okay, so we're not going to do that right now. But what you'll do next is you're going to look at your settings. And under settings, we've got the name of the item. Then we're going to look at the options here. Now under settings here, you'll see it says down here, continue forms later. If you want students to be able to go in and later edit this form, then you'll want that to be enabled. Okay. Once you're done with that, you're going to then move to the emails section, and this will be where you put in the name of the student who will be using this form. And then you click Save. And then the next thing you want to do is look at integrations. Your integrations are all the different applications that this product will integrate with. You can see there's quite a few of them, but we're just going to integrate with Google Spreadsheets. So you're going to authenticate your Google account in order to create the spreadsheet for the form. And then once that's authenticated, it should create a spreadsheet, and we'll go into Google Sheets in a moment and take a look at where it is. So once you've authenticated, you'll hit the complete integration, and it will take you to this page once it's completely integrated. And I'll show you where your spreadsheets can be found. You just click Finish. And then we can move over here to our Google Docs, and there you'll see our 3-paragraph essay spreadsheet is ready to go. So these are the items that you're going to use. These header items are going to be the items that you use in order to create your Google Doc, which is going to be your template. So next we'll move over to the Google Doc, which is our template, and we'll create a new template, and we'll call it the 3-paragraph essay template. So, usual Google fashion, we're waiting a little bit, but here we go. There we go. And we'll call it 3-paragraph essay template. Oops. Okay, and so here's where we're going to start to insert our items. And so this is where we're going to put them. We're going to take these pieces of information, we're going to highlight them, we'll hit copy, and then we'll hit the Shift and the greater than less than key, paste in that item, hit Shift again, put in a space, and we'll fill all of these pieces. Will go into our Google Doc. And once you've put in all of the items from your Google spreadsheet, you're ready to go. So this is now your essay template. And now these should all be working and integrated together. So we're going to go ahead and give this a test run in a moment. See, before I go ahead and give this a test run, I go back to the Jot form, I go to the Publish tab, and then we go ahead and publish, and you can open this item in a new tab. So here is our form. It's about to open for us. You can copy that link and send that out. You can share the form, what have you. So we'll open this in a new tab. And once it's open, we're ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this out so you can see what that looks like when it's done. I'm not going to fill out my email because I don't really feel like that's important. But if you want your students' emails, you certainly can, but not for the heading page. Assignment title, oops, got a little typo there. Sorry about that. I'm going to call this Test 3 Para Essay. And we're going to call it Glass Block English D. Okay, we'll move to next. It'll bring us to our topic sentence. We'll just say a few things in our topic sentence. So you see, once we've got that information put into our boxes for our paragraphs, you just hit the next button and then we can submit. Once we've submitted, we can go to our 3-paragraph spreadsheet. You can see it's right there in our spreadsheet. And then we can go ahead and set up Autocrat. And that is our next, that's going to be our next thing that we do within our spreadsheet. So you'll go up to add-ons, and if you don't have it already, you'll go to get add-ons and you'll type in Autocrat and you'll get it. Once Autocrat is added as part of your add-ons, then all you have to do is go to Launch, and you can launch Autocrat. You'll have the option to select a new job, so you'll do that. The job name is going to be 3-paragraph essay digital organizer. Then we'll hit next, and you'll go through a number of different pieces of that you'll have to connect. So we're going to choose our template. We're going to choose that from our drive. We know what that template is going to be because we just created it. We're going to call it the 3-paragraph essay template, which is the Google Doc. You'll go ahead and select that. It's going to fetch the tags. We're going to hit next. Once we do that, we're going to merge our tab with sheet 1. We know that our header row is what we're going to use for these tabs, and then our data row will automatically show up in there. And so just double check to make sure they match, but they should match. And they'll map to those columns. We can click next. We can give a file name. And this is where you can put in tags also. So you can put first name, last name, and then 3-paragraph essay. Now what it should do is it should grab that information from the form and automatically put it there so your name would appear with it. And then we would put the way it is fine. Then we'd hit next. What's your destination folder? Obviously it's going to be My Drive. And then you can have whatever folder you want to put it in. I'm going to put this one into my essays folder because that's where I prefer to have it. Okay, so we're going to put it in an essays folder. We'll go to next. And we don't need the rest, so we will hit save. And now you're probably ready to run your first merge with this particular doc. So we'll go ahead and click merge, as you've seen already. Once they've got the merge started, and once it's completed, we should be able to go into our Google Docs and find that merge completed and in our drive for docs. Okay, and there it is. So let's open that up. And once again, you will see that your document is now merged. There's your information, there's your paragraph. So I hope that was helpful to you. If you run into any problems, feel free to email and ask me any questions about how to use Autocrat within with JotForms. You can use it with Google Forms as an FYI. The only difference is that with Google Forms, you're going to you can't go in and edit that information once it's been submitted. With JotForms, it allows people to edit that information. I hope that's helpful. Thanks.